Hello everyone. Canadiens wearing the white jerseys today, getting ready to take on the Cape Breton Islanders. Cape Breton in the red and blue. They will be the home team. Canadiens are the visiting team. Starting goaltender for today will be Cam McFarlane. Canadiens coming in after dropping their first game. This is the first game for the Islanders. A little bit of intel on the Islanders. Very strong second-year team. Only have one first-year player. It's very quiet in here right now. Looks like everybody is getting ready to go. We'll see who's going to be starting us off for the Canadiens. I will mention we are missing both Stellas today for this game. So Keegan and Chase not here. We do have an affiliate, Weston Garsh, coming up to play. He will be number 2. So there will be some differences in the lineup, which we will see right off the top because Kirkpatrick is out with McDougall and Garsh. He wins the draw, gets it back to Paisley. Paisley fires it into the Cape Breton zone. Kirkpatrick pressuring. They get it out into the neutral zone though and poke it past Paisley. That's Shepard now. Shepard down low, picks it up, fires it around, finds McDougall down low. McDougall trying to chip it ahead, but into the slot, save, rebound, and the backhand rebound is good for Cape Breton. So very early here. Cape Breton up by 1. Coming out for the Canadiens is McShane with Markowski. On the D-line, we have Miller and Hoyt, and I'm trying to see, I think that's Dara on the far side. Cape Breton wins it off the draw. Dara pressuring. Cape Breton going for the wide pass. They go over wide. It's picked up down low. Shot. That goes wide of the net. Comes back into the slot. Picked up down low. Hoyt gets a stick on that. Now Dara trying to get it out. Goes down in behind the net. That's Miller. Comes out into the slot. That's high and over the net. Miller gets it up, but can't clear it. Goes into the slot, and that is taken away by Markowski. Markowski now plays it over to McShane. McShane driving, goes back, tries to get it back to Markowski, and that's a save by the goalie. Face-off coming up in the Islanders zone. We will see Gargano come out with Gilbert and McLean on the D-line. We will see Scott and Paisley. Off the draw, it's a win to the Islanders. They're gonna go in behind the net. Gilbert pressuring. Now McLean. Islanders try to push it forward. It's kept up and now played deep into the Cape Breton zone. Cape Breton picks it up down low. Gargano now pressuring in behind, as is Gilbert. Gets stuck in Gilbert's feet. Plays it back to Gargano. Gargano trying to get it out into the slot. Plays it back down low to Gilbert. Gilbert still working along the boards. Has it to Gargano. Gargano has it in behind the net. Trying to get it away. He does. He's going to play it back to Scott. Scott, he's going to fire it over. Quick shot from Paisley. Just wide of the net. Picked up by McLean, but poked ahead by Cape Breton. They make their way into the neutral zone. And that is an offside call. So we will head just outside the Canadian zone. Coming out is Hoyt, Shepard, McDougall, Garsh, and Kirkpatrick. Off the draw, it's a win. Kirkpatrick goes to Hoyt, goes up to McDougall. Just gets past McDougall. He chips it forward. And that goes down in behind the net. That is Garsh working down low. He plays it back, trying to get it to Kirkpatrick. Gets it caught up on the wall. Garsh still working. Garsh, now Kirkpatrick picks it up, tries to get it around. Kirkpatrick in behind, comes back the other way, trying to get it to Garsh. He does. Garsh looking to play it back to Kirkpatrick. And that's going to come back to Hoyt. Hoyt fires it towards the net. That's wide. That's going to come back the other way and picked up by Cape Breton. They go into the neutral zone. On the back check, McDougall gets a stick on that, and Shepard plays it up to Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick now fires it down deep, and it goes into the thing, and that is a hit after the whistle to Kirkpatrick. Good job, bud. He's up, so face-off coming up outside. I guess they're gonna do it outside the Canadian zone. The ref just shrugged. Doesn't really know what he wants to do here, but because it was shot at it. It was shot into the seats. So we have McShane, Markowski, Dara, Scott, and Miller on D. And off the draw, it's a win to Scott. Scott plays it over to Miller. Miller quickly up to Dara. Dara quickly up to Markowski. Markowski now down low. Markowski runs into a couple of Islanders. It gets poked back the other way. Comes back to Miller. He fires it. Saved by the goalie. Picked up down low by the Islanders. And they start the breakout out of their zone. They go wide on the pass. And nice pass there. They go back the other way. Shot. That is wide of the net. They try to pick up the rebound, but it's picked up by Miller. Miller working hard down low. Islanders get possession back, though. Markowski gets a stick on that, and he's going to pick it up. Markowski trays to McShane. McShane tries to catch it in the neutral zone, but it's the Islanders who pick it back up. And that's going to be picked back up by McShane again, but the Islanders get it back. That's Gilbert off the bench. Gilbert pressuring, has McShane with him as the Islanders go for a partial change. Gilbert pressuring in behind. And the Islanders still looking for options here. Good pressure by Gilbert. And they go in behind. Coming out for the Canadiens is McLean. Making their way through the neutral zone, though. And trying to get the shot off. Saved by McFarland. Face-off coming up in the Canadian zone with Paisley, Scott, Paisley, Shepard, Gargano, McLean, win off the draw, goes over to Shepard. Shepard trying to get it up to Gargano, and he loses a edge there. Gargano along the boards. Jumble up along the boards here. Gargano trying to come away with it. It gets played back, kept in, and saved by McFarland. Rebound picked up by McLean. McLean goes to the half wall to Gilbert. Gilbert tries to give it right back to him, but it's intercepted by the Islanders. Down low, Gilbert trying to get a piece of that. Shepard there gets it to Gargano. Gargano trying to get it out, but loses it along the boards. And then Shepard, nice save by McFarland there on that shot attempt. McLean and Shepard both working hard down low here. And Gargano, but it's going to come back to the blue line. That shot's wide of the net. Rebound comes back. Canadiens now going, they really need a change here. Bouncing puck gets down, and Canadiens are going for a full change. Coming out is Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick, he tries to steal that away. Does get a stick on it into the neutral zone, picked back up. Now McDougall trying to get there. They play it into the neutral zone, though. And now it's going to be Miller who picks that up. And that shouldn't be a penalty. Tough call there on Hoyt as the Cape Breton player just gets tangled up with him. But it's going to be interference is the call. So Cape Breton will head to the power play with 6:58 to go in the first. Out for the penalty kill is Miller, McDougall, Garsh, and Kirkpatrick. We're going to put Paisley out, which will kick Kirkpatrick out for the last minute change. McDougall taking, and that's a win off the draw. And McDougall trying to get a stick on it. McDougall trying to get out. Kirkpatrick does. Kirkpatrick now into the neutral zone, plays it down deep. And Kirkpatrick on the forecheck. And they're looking, they got a guy playing high. They're going to play it all the way down. And Miller's going to take that away. Miller now. Miller looking to clear it out, and he does. That goes the full length of the ice. It's not icing. We're on a penalty. We're on a penalty. Jesus. So face-off's going to come up at center ice as the referee forgot we were on a penalty kill. Out for the Canadiens is Markowski, Scott, Miller. Off the draw, Dara pushes it forward, picked back up by Cape Breton though. They're going to push it down deep. Miller's going to come out. He fires that around. It's going to be kept in though. And good job by Dara on the boards. And now Miller and Dara working together, trying to get it out. Comes back to the Dara still pressuring. And that gets, shoot. Would have been nice to clear. Markowski playing his man high. He's just, that shot's well high of the net. They try to play it back. Dara trying to get a stick on it. Can't. Down low. They play it again. That shot's wide of the net. 51 seconds left in the penalty kill. Scott trying to keep his man to the outside. Markowski as well. They go right back. They go into the slot. Dara can't handle the pass though. And trying to get it out. Gets it to Markowski. And he's going to fire it down. Oh, it doesn't get far. Lucky break there for Cape Breton. Scott, and they try the wraparound. That's the outside of the net. That's going to get cleared, and Markowski now, 18 seconds left in the penalty kill. Markowski still has control, has McShane out with him, tries to play it back, and here comes Cape Breton. Last ditch effort on this penalty kill, or on this power play for them. They just fire it out. That's a save by McFarland. And McShane tries to play it forward, but it's going to be icing as the penalty has expired. So we'll head back down into Canadian zone. 4:53 to play. All right, out for the Canadiens, Gargano with Gilbert, McLean. Off the draw, it's going to be Gargano who gets a stick on it, but they come away with it. That shot's high of the net. Paisley trying to get there. Paisley pushes it forward, gets it to Gilbert. Gilbert has Gargano with him. He's going to push it deep. Gargano now in behind the net, picked up. Gargano gets a stick on that. Gilbert and Gargano working together. It's going to be taken away by Cape Breton. McLean gets a stick on that. McLean trying to get the shot off. Gets it over to Gargano. Gargano fires. Block shot out front. And that shot's wide of the net by McLean. McLean picks it up down low. Plays it back to Shepherd. Shepherd fires. And that goes down. Gargano trying to get there. Gargano. And Gilbert plays it back to Gargano. Gargano getting caught up along the wall here. And Gilbert trying to get it. That comes back to Paisley. Paisley keeps it in. Finds Gargano. Gargano walks, tries the backhand, black shot. And Cape Breton gets a stick on it. Shepherd keeps it in on the blue line. That comes out into the neutral zone. Picked back up by Shepherd. Shepherd plays that deep. Gargano gets a stick on it, but now Garsh and Kirkpatrick have come off the bench. Kirkpatrick trying to get a stick on it. They play it out into the neutral zone though. And that's Miller who pokes that away. And now nice play by Scott. Miller picks it up, plays it to Garsh. Garsh going for the pass to McDougall. McDougall has it along the boards. Bouncing puck, McDougall and Kirkpatrick. Down low goes Garsh. She tries to get a stick on it. They go D to D in behind the net. Kirkpatrick trying to get a stick on it. Kirkpatrick does. Nice play. Pushes it back down deep. And Cape Breton picks it back up. McDougall now back to Scott. That's picked up by Kirkpatrick in the neutral zone. He fires it back down as McDougall goes and tags up. Cape Breton, though, as the Canadiens are going for a partial change. Miller now trying to stay with his man. And that is a save by McFarland. Down low, that's going to be McDougall trying to clear it into the neutral zone. He does. Cape Breton gets it back. McFarland comes out, leaves it for Miller. Miller going for the pass, and that's going to be picked up by the Cape Breton D. McShane, they go D to D. McShane playing down low. Good stop by Shepherd. Gets it to McShane. McShane looking for Markowski. They got to tag up, though. Dara gets a stick on it. Dara trying to push it forward on the board. Still working. Comes back to Hoyt. Hoyt goes D to D to Shepherd. Bouncing puck, though. Bad bounce off of Shepherd's stick. Shepherd down low. Has it taken away. They go back to the point. And they can't handle the pass. Can't hold the blue line. McShane pressuring now. They're going to go D to D, but it's deep in their zone. McShane now. They go back again D to D and behind the net. And that's Gilbert coming in. McShane, Gilbert, Markowski. Gilbert. They go to the half wall, and then the wide pass. No good. Hoyt trying to get there. He does. Hoyt now. But they pick it up. That shot's high of the net. Rebound picked up by Cape Breton. They go back down, and that's Miller trying to get a stick on it. Out into the slot, picked up by Gilbert, trying to clear it. Bouncing puck, Markowski now on the wall. Comes back to the point, they fire it towards the net, it's wide. On the half wall, Cape Breton picks it up. And they go over to the D, Markowski now trying to get there to block it. Saved by McFarland in the slot. That's Gilbert who gets it to Markowski. Markowski trying to get the long pass to McShane. McShane, it's last minute of play here in the first period. For God's sakes. Oh my God. That's just unlucky. McShane's going to head to the penalty box for a tripping call. Again, just unlucky. Cape Breton heading back to the power play. With a minute to go here in the first period, we have McLean, and off the draw, they keep it in, they go down low. McLean trying to get a stick on it. Now Scott, and glove save by McFarland, and he had it covered. They didn't blow the whistle, and they popped it in. So 2-0 for the Islanders. With 40 seconds to go here in the first period. Coming out for the Canadiens is McDougall, Kirkpatrick, Garsh, Miller, and Scott. Off the draw, Islanders do take possession. They go D to D. Going to come back into the neutral zone. Miller gets a stick on that, pokes it forward, looking for Garsh. That gets played down, but gathered up by the Cape Breton D. Again, D to D. Try to go through the neutral zone. The pass is wide. Now Miller trying to get there. He does. Miller goes back the other way, looking for Garsh on the half wall there. They're going to go back to the D, but no one's home. They put it down. It's, oh my gosh. They're the ones that shot the puck. That is not icing when they shoot the puck themselves. Is this a training game? I feel like it is. Okay, we're going at center ice. With, I have 10 seconds, but we have 16 seconds on the clock. All right, off the draw. D to D. They go into the slot. Sorry. Keeping them out here to Markowski trying to get a stick on it. And that is the end of the first. So the Canadiens will head into the second period down by a couple. All right, getting ready for the second period here. We're going to see McShane, Markowski, Dara with Paisley and Shepherd on the D-line. Off the draw, it's going to get back to the Islanders D. They go D to D. That's Dara pressuring. They get it up to the half wall, though, into the neutral zone. It's going to be poked back out. They're offside. And that play gets up to McShane. McShane tries to get it back to Markowski. It's just wide and picked off by the Islanders. And that's picked off. Markowski! Yes! Woo! Sam Markowski puts the Canadiens on the board with 11:38 to play here in the second period. Steals that away, picks the cookie jar there in the slot from the Islanders. And Dara's going to get that back to Paisley. Paisley goes back to Shepherd. Shepherd trying to poke it up to McShane. He does. McShane now has Markowski and Dara with him. That's just ahead of Markowski, but he pushes it deep into the Islanders zone. Down low, picked up in behind the net by the Islanders. They're looking to get it out. That's going to go bouncing puck by. Shepherd claims it back. Islanders push it down deep, and now that is Paisley. No, sorry, McShane. McShane's going to pick it up. He's going to fire it around the boards looking for Dara. Dara trying to get the quick pass to McLean. That comes back to Shepherd. Pass just a little bit ahead of him, though. And McShane gets a stick on that, still battling with the Islanders player. And now that's going to be a shot wide of the net picked up by Paisley. Paisley looking for options. Plays it over to Dara. Dara playing it back over, trying to find McShane in the neutral zone. He does. Overskates, though. And McLean now. That's going to come back to Shepherd. Shepherd goes off the wall, trying to find Dara. Canadiens going for a change. That's Gilbert and Gargano coming out, and that's too far. So icing is the call, and we'll head down into the Islanders zone with McLean, Gargano, Gilbert, Hoyt, and Miller. Off the draw, it's a win to the Canadiens, but it bounces right back to the Islanders. And Gargano gets a stick on that, plays it down to McLean, back to Gargano. That bouncing puck gets over his stick, and the Islanders pick it back up, go into the neutral zone. That's Hoyt, and the call's going to be offside. Call is offside. So face-off coming up outside the Canadian zone. Off the draw, Gilbert trying to get a stick on it. Canadiens trying to play it out. They do. Islanders are off McLean. Islanders go wide, and that's Gilbert, and block shot by Miller. He flips it forward looking to Gargano, but it's kept in by the Islanders. Block shot out front. It goes down in behind the net, picked up by the Islanders. They go back to their D, and Gilbert trying to get a stick on it, comes back down low to Hoyt. Hoyt plays it back looking for McLean. Bouncing puck gets to Gilbert. Gilbert tries to get it down. That's tipped, so no call on the icing. It was on net anyway, and the goalie's going to hang on to it as Gargano was coming in hot. Face-off coming up in the Islanders zone. Garsh, McDougall, Kirkpatrick, Paisley, and Scott. And down low into the Islanders zone. Garsh tries to get a stick on it now. Kirkpatrick, the Islanders, and McDougall keeps it in, bouncing puck to Garsh. Kirkpatrick picks it up to McDougall. McDougall trying to get the pass. Kirkpatrick picks it back up. Kirkpatrick still has it, plays it back. Looking to get it to Garsh, to get it to somebody. McDougall gets it to McDougall. McDougall now comes around, trying to get it to Garsh out front. Kirkpatrick's going to let Scott play it deep. They bring it back. Kirkpatrick, though, steals it away again, gets it to Garsh. Islanders have it. They get it out to the half wall. They're going to go for the pass, and it's good. McFarland now. McFarland, and it's a goal. Canadiens D got caught on the high pass. Unfortunately, leads to another goal for Cape Breton. Coming out for the Canadiens is McShane, Markowski, Shepard, Hoyt, and Dara. Off the draw, it's going to be Hoyt, but it's chipped by him. McShane comes down. That's played out to the side. McShane picks it up. McShane looking for Markowski on the half wall. Straight, nice grab by McFarland. Face-off coming up in the Canadian zone. Markowski gets it to McShane. McShane now making his way into the neutral zone. He's going to flip it deep. Going to be picked up by the Islanders D. That's Dara working down low. He pokes it away. Dara now looking to get it into the slot. McShane. Yes! McShane puts another one. I believe that was the assist to Dara from behind the net. Canadiens working together here, chipping away. 3-2, 8:16 to play in the second period. Off the draw, McShane pokes it forward again. McShane trying to be first man to the puck. He does, tries to get it out front to Dara. Going to be picked up. Markowski now. They're going to go back D to D. Get it up, and that's going to get into the neutral zone. Markowski on the back check, though, steals that away. And McShane has it again, goes to Dara. That just gets by his stick. Comes back to Hoyt. Hoyt plays it forward. Off the glass, comes back to the Islanders D. That's Markowski trying to get a stick on it. Markowski is going to come back to Shepard. Shepard pokes it forward, and the Islanders D pick it up again. And that's going to be gathered up by Hoyt. Hoyt goes D to D to Shepard. Shepard fires it up to McShane. It just goes under his stick. Markowski now. That's going to come back through everybody, but picked back up by McShane. Has Markowski and Gilbert. Fires and save by the Islanders goalie. Face-off coming up in the Islanders zone with McLean, Gargano, Gilbert, Miller, and Scott. Off the draw, Gargano gets a stick on it, plays it back. Scott fires it. Islanders get a stick on it though, and they bring it back into the neutral zone. That's going to go down. McFarland's going to come out to play it. Leaves it for Scott. Scott to Miller. Miller looking to get it up to Gilbert. Gets a stick on that. That goes wide. Scott now muscles his way through. Gets it to Gargano. Gargano quickly up to Gilbert. Gilbert pushes it forward, but it's taken back by the Islanders, and they come back the other way. Good attempt there. Miller trying to keep his man to the outside. Ooh, man was open in the slot, but it goes off a skate into the slot, trying to get a stick on it, comes back. Islanders go back wide. Gargano trying to get a stick. Now they're going to go shot right through, and that's a goal. Coming out for the Canadiens is Kirkpatrick, McDougall, Garsh, Paisley, and Shepherd. Off the draw, it's going to get pushed deep into the Islanders zone. Picked up down low. Kirkpatrick working his man down low. They get it up to the half wall though, and the Islanders start pressuring back. Paisley keeps that in, and that's going to be picked up by McDougall down low, and Paisley. Kirkpatrick now in there. Kirkpatrick and Paisley working together, just trying to see where it comes out. Kirkpatrick's going to steal that away. Plays it to Garsh. Garsh plays it forward, looking for McDougall. Comes back to Garsh. Garsh is going to play it down low, and Kirkpatrick now. Kirkpatrick trying to get a stick on. It's going to come back to Shepherd. Shepherd fires it towards the net. Bouncing puck picked up out front. Kirkpatrick tries to poke it in.
Scored by number 25, Colin McKenzie. Assisted by number 17.
Face-off coming up in the Islanders zone. Markowski, McShane, Paisley, Shepherd, and Dara. Off the draw, Markowski gets it back to Shepherd. Shepherd goes to Paisley. Paisley fires just high of the net. Rebound tried to be picked up by Dara there. Markowski's going to pick it up. Markowski wheeling. Comes back on the wall. McShane tries to get a stick on it. He does. They play it off the wall. Comes back to Shepherd. Shepherd quickly to Dara. Dara pushes that down low. Markowski now on the chase. Markowski down low. Markowski steals that away. Gets it to Dara. That comes back to McShane. McShane. Save. Rebound. McShane. Wide of the net. McShane. Save. And the goalie holds on to that one. Flurry of shot opportunities from the Canadiens. Islanders goalie not allowing one to sneak through. McLean, Gargano, and Gilbert. Gilbert tries to play it back. Gilbert looking to get it over to Gargano or McLean. Gilbert down low. That's Gargano. Gargano runs into the referee. Gets it back. McLean working hard. And that's Gilbert. Hoyt has that poked away. And now Miller. Good job by Miller there as a possible 2-on-1. Miller still working hard. He's getting all kinds of pressure from the Islanders player. Gets back up. Taken down again. And now McLean trying to help. Good job by Hoyt. He pokes it to the outside. They go back to their D. He's going to go with the clapper. That's wide of the net. Picked up by Gargano. He gets it out. And the Islanders are offside. They got to tag up. They're still offside. And Hoyt trying to get it out. He runs into a couple of Islanders players. He's going to go back to Miller. Miller now. Miller taking a few steps. Looking for options. He's going to chip it forward. Going to be picked up by the Cape Breton D. They go D to D. And then the wide pass into the neutral zone. McLean trying to get a stick on it. And the Islanders are just going to push it down. Now Miller, he's going to chip it out. Gathered back up by Cape Breton. Gargano pressuring. They go D to D. Misplayed. Picked up by Gilbert. We got two. Gilbert to Gargano. Gargano fans on the shot. It's into the slot. Kirkpatrick picks it up, plays it back down deep. Gargano has it down low. Kirkpatrick comes in, he steals it away, has it poked away though. And then on the back check, that's Scott who takes it away. Garsh tries to pick it up. They go to the side. Paisley gets a stick on that. That shot's off the glass. Goes on the back of the net. And Paisley picks that up. Gets it to McDougall. McDougall now has Garsh with him. Garsh. He goes. Garsh still has it, trying to get it to Kirkpatrick, but the Islanders poke it away. McDougall now, Kirkpatrick down low. Kirkpatrick picked up by McDougall. He tries to get it to Garsh out front. McDougall again trying to get a stick on it, and that isn't going to make it for icing. It's going to be Paisley who picks it up. Paisley, he fires it to Scott. Scott goes, oh, woo, that was close. Picked up by Markowski, and now McDougall pushes that deep. Markowski now trying to get there. Islanders playing the high guy here. It's a pile up on the boards. I'm not sure who's down. And they're going to call it. I think it might be Shepherd on the ice. Yep, Zach Shepherd was down there. Working hard. Face-off coming up outside the Islanders zone with McShane, Dara, Markowski, Shepherd, and Hoyt. Off the draw, comes back to Hoyt, but it's too hard. It's going to make it the whole length of the ice. Hoyt plays it around, looking to McShane, but it's cut off. Down low, Markowski comes away with it. Markowski now. Markowski going to McShane. Gets just off the end of his stick. Picked up by the Islanders. They go D to D. And then back up into the neutral zone. That's going to be picked off by Markowski, though. Markowski and Dara at the blue line. Picked off again by the Islanders D. Coming back the other way, or the Islanders forward, I guess. Shepherd trying to get a stick on it here. And good job. Good defensive play there. Nice dive. Shepherd gets it out. Bouncing puck, though, doesn't get it out. Comes back the other way. Hoyt's going to pick it up down low. Coming up on the last minute of play here. Canadiens down by a couple. Comes back to the D. Fire out front. And nice save by McFarland in the slot. And that's picked up by Markowski. Good job by Hoyt. Markowski now plays it over to McShane. McShane plays it over to Gilbert. Gilbert! And that just misses. Gilbert's going to play it back to Shepherd. Shepherd fires it down low to Gilbert again. Shepherd keeps it in. Gets it to Markowski. Markowski fires. That goes off the top of a stick. Rebound. Save. And it's going to come back the other way with 28 seconds to go. That's popped away by Markowski. Markowski now. Markowski trying to get towards the net. And that is going to come down on net with 18 seconds to play. Scott picks it up. Scott fires it down. Finds Gargano. Gargano has McLean with him. He comes back. Bouncing puck. 7 seconds to play. Gargano tries to tee off. Goes to the outside of the net. And that is going to end the second period. So heading into the third, it's 4-2 Cape Breton. All right, starting us off for the third period will be McLean, Gilbert, Gargano, Scott, and Miller. Off the draw, it's a win to Miller. He's going to fire it deep into the Islanders zone. McLean trying to get a stick on it. Islanders go back the other way and start the breakout into the neutral zone. Miller gets a stick on his man, keeps him to the outside, plays it over to McLean. McLean playing it up to Gilbert. Gilbert playing it up, looking for Gargano, kept in by the Islanders D. Play along the boards here. And they're going to go back to the point. Gilbert and saved by McFarland. Puck out front. Still loose. Canadiens trying to get a stick on it. Into the slot it goes. Comes back to the D. And down low, they're going to play it back up to their D again. Gilbert trying to get a stick on it. And that's going to be picked off by Gargano. Gargano chips that down on net. Canadiens go for a change. Coming out is Kirkpatrick, McDougall, Garsh, and that's going to be Paisley now. Paisley goes to Shepherd. Shepherd looking for Kirkpatrick, picked off in the neutral zone by the Islanders. That's Shepherd trying to get a stick, saved by McFarland, and snuck in. I thought Cam had it. Couple of unfortunate ones there on Cam. One he had covered. The other one I thought he had covered. Off the draw. That's going to come back to Paisley. Paisley goes back to Shepherd. Shepherd, he fires it up, trying to find McDougall. Kirkpatrick now. Kirkpatrick. We got two. It just loses the puck there. And that play goes down. Paisley down low. Kirkpatrick in to help. It's going to get played to the other side. McDougall trying to get there. McDougall picks it up. And it gets back played. Shepherd now. Shepherd under pressure, has a couple of Islanders on him. Islanders still have possession. Kirkpatrick gets a stick on that. They go back to their D. McDougall trying to get there. Saved by McFarland. Coming out for the Canadiens is Markowski, McShane, Dara, Hoyt, and Miller. Off the draw. It's going to go in behind. Miller trying to get it to McShane. And Islanders come away with it. That shot's high of the net, picked up by Hoyt. Gets it to Dara. Dara trying to get it to Markowski. But the Islanders get a stick on it. Shot, blocked shot. That's going to be picked up by Markowski. Miller blocked that shot. He's heading to the bench. Markowski now has Dara with him. Markowski has that poked away down low. Islanders take it back and into the neutral zone. That's intercepted by Hoyt. Hoyt now. Hoyt going with Markowski. That's poked away, kept in by McShane. McShane tries to get the shot off, but fans on it. Down low. They go D to D. And they're going to go up off the wall. Markowski trying to get a stick on it. Dara does. McShane. And now Scott picks it up. McShane goes back the other way. And he goes for a change. Gilbert's, McLean, and Gargano. That was offside. They're going to just fire it deep. Picked up by Paisley. And now McLean goes to Gargano. Gargano making his way through the neutral zone. Gargano still has it. Doubles back. Tries to get it over to McLean. Can't get a stick on it. They go back deep. In behind the net. Gargano trying to get a stick on that. McLean and Scott. Scott plays it back to McLean. McLean goes back to the Islanders D. Gargano pressuring. Goes down. Down low is Garsh. Coming on is Kirkpatrick. And that goes wide. Paisley's in a foot chase here. Paisley gets there first, but it's taken away. And that's a goal. Face-off coming up. Off the draw. Kirkpatrick gets it back to Hoyt. Hoyt quickly to Shepard. Shepard quickly to McDougall. McDougall fires it deep. Off the back, that's Garsh trying to get a stick on it. Garsh plays it back. Picked off by the Islanders. That's going to be Shepard who picks it up in the neutral zone. Shepard plays it forward. Garsh pressuring down low. They go back D to D. McDougall and Garsh. Markowski has come out. That's picked up by McDougall. McDougall now. McDougall fires it towards the net, wide of the net. And Hoyt keeps it in. Good job by Hoyt there. He plays it back down deep. McDougall again down low. Markowski bouncing puck off the glass, comes out front. No puck luck though. Comes right back to the Islanders, and they make their way into the neutral zone. Hoyt. Islanders misplay that, but put it down deep. Go into the slot, saved by McFarland. And McShane chips it ahead to Markowski. Markowski now has Dara and McShane with him, looking for options, and has it poked away. Dara picks it up. Dara has that poked away. Islanders. Good play by McShane. He fires it back down deep. Gets back into the neutral zone. McShane picks it up. McShane. Down low, that's Miller who's going to come in. Leaves it. Picked up by the Islanders. Markowski steals it away. Markowski now. Markowski with McShane and Dara. And now Scott fires. Yes! Adam Scott takes a few steps in from the blue line and cuts the lead in half for the Islanders, 6-3. Out for the Canadiens is Gargano, McLean, Gilbert, Scott, and Miller. Just under 6 to play here in the third. Miller picks that up, goes D to D to Scott. Scott goes to Gargano. Gargano trying to push it forward to Gilbert. Comes back. And bouncing puck, played by Miller. Islanders push it deep though. Miller gets it again. Miller goes D to D to Scott. Scott to Gargano. Gargano. And that's going to be picked up by Miller. Miller now trying to get it deep. He's taken down. No call on the play. Garsh has come out. Islanders going D to D here. And they're going to flip it, go for the long pass. And Miller has it in his feet. Fires it back up. But that's going to be an icing call. So we'll head down into the Canadian zone with Kirkpatrick, McDougall, Garsh, Shepard, and Paisley. On the face-off, it's a win to the Islanders. They're going to push it deep. That's Shepard in behind the net. Shepard now. Shepard and Kirkpatrick. Shepard picks it to McDougall, trying to get the quick pass to Kirkpatrick, but it's picked off, and Shepard picks it back up. He's going to go over to Garsh. Garsh working along the boards. Islanders take it away. And now Kirkpatrick in along the boards. Comes back the other way. Kirkpatrick on the back check. He gets a stick on that. Gets it back to McDougall. McDougall looking for Garsh. Garsh back to McDougall. Fires. Kirkpatrick tries to pick it up. Off the boards. The Islanders get it. Shepard now. Shepard trying to keep his man. And good job. Good save by McFarland. Initial save and rebound save. That gets to Kirkpatrick. He gets to McDougall. McDougall goes by him. Shot through everybody. Side of the net. Paisley trying to get there. The Islanders play it back down deep. Shepard's going to pick it up. Shepard to McDougall. McDougall fires it into the Oh, fires it into the bench. Face-off will come inside the Canadian zone with Markowski, McShane, Dara, Hoyt, and Miller. 3.5 to play here. Off the draw, comes back to Miller. He's going to go to Hoyt. Hoyt to Dara. Dara to Markowski, and he's off. Markowski trying to get it to McShane. It's intercepted by the Islanders. Comes back the other way. Dara gets a stick on it. Markowski gets it back up. Markowski trying to get it to McShane again, but it goes off a foot and into the neutral zone. Miller trying to keep his man out. That comes back to Hoyt. Hoyt to Dara to Markowski. Markowski trying to get it. Goes to McShane. McShane driving towards the net. McShane fires wide of the net. That comes back to Markowski. Markowski now takes a bump. Keeps it. Markowski. Markowski still has it. Plays it into the slot. Finds Hoyt. Hoyt fires. And it's a save by the goalie. Nice try by Hoyt. Face-off coming up in the Islanders zone with 2:37 to play. Gargano, Scott, Gilbert, McLean, and Paisley. Off the draw. Gargano trying to go back to Scott. It's the Islanders, but it's picked up by Paisley. Paisley goes to Gilbert. Gilbert, he's going to play it deep. And the Canadiens are going to try and chase it down. McLean and Gilbert gets there, gets it to McLean. McLean now trying to get it out front. McLean in behind has Gilbert and Gargano in the slot, trying to play it over, but it's intercepted by the Islanders. And that gets played up, and now Paisley trying to get there. Good play by Paisley. And picked up by Gargano, chipped forward to McLean. McLean through the neutral zone now. He's going to fire it deep and go for a change. Now Gargano and Gilbert. Islanders go back the other way. Kirkpatrick has come on. And now Kirkpatrick's going to pick it up down low. Kirkpatrick now, he comes around. Kirkpatrick moving up through the neutral zone. Kirkpatrick picks it up again, chips it forward. And at the blue line, Gilbert comes back to the Islanders. Kirkpatrick chips it forward again. And now trying to pressure down low. Kirkpatrick still keeping the pressure on. And that should go, oh my God. Okay, they're going to call the tip there, so no icing. Picked up by Shepherd. Shepherd now plays it up to McDougall. McDougall goes to Garsh. Garsh, he's got Kirkpatrick with him. Garsh doubles back, plays it over to McDougall. McDougall, shot. Kirkpatrick tries to get the rebound. Islanders goalie hangs on to it. Face-off coming up in the Islanders zone with Markowski, McShane, Dara, Hoyt, and Shepherd. 1:03 to play. Off the draw. That's McShane driving towards the net. And Markowski trying to get a stick on it. He does. Goes down. Plays it down low to Dara. Back to Markowski. And it's a save by the goalie. Nice shot by Sam Markowski. But good save by the goalie. We'll do it all over again, lining up in the Islanders zone. Off the draw, it goes deep. McShane picks it up. McShane trying to get it. McShane tries to fire it in front. It goes off a skate. Plays it back to Shepherd. Shepherd, he's going to fire from the point. Block shot out front. Hoyt picks it up, fires it back towards the net. And it's in! Nate Dara gets the rebound goal. 6-4 with 30 seconds to play here in the third period. We will see McLean, Gargano, Gilbert. Gilbert. And that's going to be picked off by Gargano. Gargano fires. Block shot, though, by the Islanders. Down low. The Islanders are just going to pin it up against the wall here as they just want the clock to go down. They're just trying to wear the clock out here with a 2-goal lead. And referees are going to call it. Face-off coming up in the Islander zone. And off the draw towards the net, but it's wide. It's going to be, they're just going, McLean took a shot there, so that will be it. I will stick around and see who gets player of the game for the Canadiens, so just hang tight. So, good game, good chances, couple of unfortunate goals. One was covered and they didn't blow it down. The other one, I'm honestly not even sure how it went, and I thought Cam had it. But still a good try. They were down by a few goals. They never gave up, so you always like to see that. Next game is the opening ceremonies this evening. Grant Harvey, 5:15. We will play against Mid-Isle Matrix. This is a very strong Islanders team. We kind of knew that coming in. Again, all second-year players with the exception of one, and one of the favorites to potentially win this tournament. So we knew we'd be in tough, but boys played hard.
Player of the game for the Fredericton Canadiens, number 19, Beckett McShane.
So Beckett McShane will get player of the game for the Canadiens, and we will see everybody tonight at 5:15.
Player of the game.